Colleagues, this is Sridhar Patnaik. He is going to deal another topic in groups, cancellation laws and some theorems. Now we learn about we learn some theorems and cancellation laws. Cancellation laws. Cancellation laws. Friends, this is it. Let S be a non-empty set. Let S be a non-empty set and circle is operation. Circle is operation in S such that a circle B is equal to a circle B is equal to a circle C for all a comma B belongs to a comma B is B is equal to C. B is equal to C where A B C belongs to S. A B C belongs to S. Here A is in left side. A is in left side. A is in left side. This is called left cancellation law. Left C circle A implies AA get cancelled. B is equal to C. B is equal to C. This is called right cancellation law. This is number 2. 1 and 2 are called cancellation laws. 1 and 2 are together called identity element is unique. The identity element is unique. You must know here no binary operation is mentioned here. G is a group. That means if there is no any binary operation is mentioned, then G dot is a group. Group G means G dot is a group. For example, this is 5 plus 5. This means this is 5. This means plus 5. Every time we do not mention plus 5, plus 6, plus 7. But it is option we write 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. If multiplication is binary operation, it means G dot is a group. G dot is a group. Okay friends, in a group G, identity element is unique. We have to prove that in G, there is only one identity element exists. There is only one identity element exists. Proof. Suppose that in group G, we have E1 comma E2 are two identity elements. I prove this theorem by using the method of contradiction. Suppose that E1 comma E2 are two identity elements. If we proved E1 is equal to E2, then the identity element is proved as unique. Group G, we have E1 comma E2 are two identity elements. A is equal to A for all A belongs to G. This is number 1. Similarly, E2 is equal to E2A is equal to A for all A belongs to Z. This is number 2. From 1 and 2, AE1 is equal to AE2. From 1 and 2, this is E, this is E. I will take this AE1 is equal to AE2. AE1 is equal to AE2. By left cancellation law, we get equal to E2. E1 is equal to E2. Therefore, identity element in group G element in group G is unique. AE1 is equal to AE2. AE2 is equal to this is AE1 is equal to AE2. By left cancellation law, we get E1 is equal to E2. Hence, identity element is unique in group G. This is very simple theorem. This is very one of the fundamental theorem. Okay, friends. Of an element. Inverse of an element is unique. Inverse of an element is unique. Friends, inverse of an element in a group G is unique. Already I have told in previous, G, there is no mentioned binary operation. Here means G dot is group. G dot is group. Suppose that E is the identity element in group G. E is the identity element in a group G. Let A belongs to G. Let A belongs to G and B comma C are two inverse elements of A in G. A in G. I wanted to prove that B is equal to C. B is equal to C. By inverse law, we have AB is equal to BA is equal to E. This is number 1. Also, AC is equal to CA is equal to E. This is number 2. From 1 and 2, AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. By using left cancellation law, B is equal to C. B is equal to C. Therefore, inverse of an element, is unique. Inverse of an element is unique. Friends, this is, suppose that E is identity element in a group G, that A belongs to G and B comma C are two inverse elements. I wanted to prove that A has unique inverse element. But for that, I suppose that B comma C are two inverse elements. Now I wanted to prove B is equal to C. By inverse law, we have, because B comma C are inverse elements of A. By inverse law, AB is equal to BA is equal to E. AC is equal to CA is equal to E. From 1 and 2, AB is equal to AC. By using left cancellation law, we get B is equal to C. That means the inverse of an element is unique. The inverse of an element is unique. This is the preliminary theorem. Okay? For A comma B belongs to G, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. B inverse A inverse. Friends, in group G, for A comma B belongs to G, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. This is the theorem. Friends, proof. G is a group and A comma B belongs to G. This means AB belongs to G. Also, A inverse, B inverse, comma, AB whole inverse belongs to G, as because G is a group. G is a group. Now, I wanted to prove that AB into B inverse A inverse. What is this? I wanted by using associative law, A into B inverse into A inverse by using associativity law. Associativity law. This is A, B into B inverse, B into B inverse. But B into B inverse is equal to E. This is inverse law. This is inverse law. This is inverse law. A inverse by inverse law. By inverse law. Now AE by identity law. A inverse. AE is equal to A by identity law. By identity law. This is E by inverse law. Okay friends? Okay friends? That means AB into B inverse A inverse is equal to E. This is number 1. This is number 1. Next. A inverse into AB. Into AB. I wanted to examine. Now B inverse, this is A inverse into A into B. Same as in the previous by associativity law. By associativity law. Similarly, by using inverse law, this is A inverse by inverse law. By inverse law. B inverse into E, this is B inverse into E is equal to B inverse into B. B inverse into E by identity law. By identity law. B inverse into B is equal to E again by inverse law. Again by inverse law. This is number 2. From 1 and 2, we can write B inverse into AB is equal AB into because these two are equal to E. Therefore inverse element of AB is B inverse A inverse. Therefore AB whole inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. This is the theorem. For more videos, please subscribe my channel.